Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to show you the actual pricing for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 72-year-old female. Now, the first thing I recommend is going right to our website at funeralfunds.com. We've got these free quoters on just about every page, and you just select the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way, and select the coverage amount, and then put your birthday in there, the rest of the info. It'll take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies with all the lowest pricing. And what that will help you do is just kind of cut through the garbage that you see advertised out there on TV and magazines and stuff. These places with, super low pricing, and then you find out that they've got 2-year waiting periods, or that it only has so many units of coverage, and it ends up being like 200% more expensive than better coverage and stuff like that. So you can be a smart shopper, and we can help you be that smart shopper. Take a look at that quoter. You can also call us at 888-862-9456, and one of our licensed agents can help you out with that as well. Now, the first thing you should probably consider if you're a 72-year-old female looking for $10,000 is, is that going to be enough coverage for when you do pass away? And typically, that's going to be one of two things. That's going to be either cremation or burial. Now, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have some sort of a ceremony with the cremation and like a celebration of life or remembrance of life, something like that, that's probably going to be between $3,500 to $4,500. And then if you get buried, that's probably going to be around $10,000. Now, so for coverage, we would typically recommend for that cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or urn, probably around $5,000 to $7,000. And you notice that $5,000 is more than the actual cost of the cremation right now. Yeah, that's right. You're 72 years old, and we're hoping you make it to probably 82, and you may make it to 92. And we know things are going to be more expensive in the future. So we actually want to get a little bit more insurance than we need right now. And that inflation proofs the plan. And then also, if you were unexpectedly to die sooner than you thought, there's just a little bit extra money left in there for some other final expenses or medical bills or something like that. So yeah, $5,000 to $7,000 for that cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, probably $7,000 to $10,000 for that ceremony and cremation. And then for the burial, we probably recommend, $10,000. Maybe $15,000 for a 72-year-old, maybe 20, but it really depends on your budget. Most of the people we help are on a fixed or limited income. So we understand that, they want to get this taken care of and they want to get it done affordably. So if the only thing you can afford is $10,000, get that right now, because if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with the $10,000 check, they'll get it done. It's not going to be anything fancy. But it's hard to imagine they would say no to that and let a $10,000 check walk out the door and go right to their competition down the street. So chances are they'll work with you on it. But it's going to be a very simple funeral. So again, for funeral, we'd probably recommend $10,000, $15,000, maybe $20,000. A lot of times people will talk and say, well, I want to get $30,000, $40,000. I want to leave money behind for the kids. But, it just gets expensive at age 72. And we don't recommend it. We really recommend keeping this insurance for its intended purpose, the burial, cremation, whatever it is. If you'd wanted life insurance for the kids, you probably should have got that done a little bit sooner in life. But again, that's if you're on a fixed or limited income. If you're blessed with more income, yeah, we can help you get as much coverage as you want, as long as you can afford it. So we're just trying to be responsible with your dollars as well. Now, one thing we always recommend getting is first day coverage or benefits. And what that means is that, hypothetically, if your policy was approved today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would have to pay that $10,000 or that $15,000 or $20,000, whatever it is. That's the coverage you want. You do not want plans with 2-year waiting periods. We'll get into that in just a moment here. But a lot of people would say, well, I like that first day coverage, but they ask health questions and I'm not in the best of health. To which we would say, hey, your health is our concern, not your concern, at least when it comes to this insurance. And we work with enough different insurance companies. They all ask different health questions. They all have different underwriting. And we're getting first day coverage and first day approvals 95% of the time. So we're terrific at what we do. Now, one thing, we will get some calls occasionally, seems like every week actually, where somebody will say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week and they didn't have any insurance and we don't have any money. And now the body's at the funeral home and the funeral director is not going to do anything until he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this insurance really quick. And that way we can get a check in our hand and get it to the funeral home. We have to let them know that there's no insurance company in the United States that's going to issue a policy on a dead person. You have to be alive to qualify for these plans. And it's just terrible that that person who died, they knew they were going to die. They just didn't take care of this, and now their family is burdened with it. And it's terrible. In most cases, the family has to put it on a credit card, and they're going to end up paying this for years. And there just can be a lot of resentment that somebody would do that to them, especially when somebody who said they loved them. So, yeah, just it's a terrible legacy to leave behind. Don't be that person, people. Don't be that person. Take care of this. It's affordable. If you need to, you can start with a smaller amount, and you can always add more coverage later. Now, as far as the first day coverage, again, we're 95% of the time we're getting people first day coverage or benefits. The only reason we wouldn't be able to is if you had some really significant health issues, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to live less than 12 months, or you had dementia, or you're on dialysis or in a hospital, in a nursing home, something like that. If that were the case, we would just refer you out to somebody else. But let's kind of dive into the 2-year waiting period plans here. Again, we don't recommend them, but like Colonial Penn, probably one of the more well-known 2-year waiting period plans, their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. And there's other companies out there that offer those, like Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha product, AIG, Gerber, and there's just a bunch of other companies that the only thing they offer is those 2-year waiting period plans. And some of these companies have done a pretty great job of convincing the American public that the only thing that they'll qualify for if they're over age 50 is a plan with the 2-year waiting period. And I got to tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. Don't believe such nonsense, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. Now, our 72-year-old female might be thinking, she just kind of outsmarted Colonial Penn and just waited until she was 72 to get this insurance. And she's probably thinking, man, I can probably get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. And then she talks with a Colonial Penn agent or goes on their website like we have done for you here. And she's going to find out that our 72-year-old female, for 1 unit of coverage, which is $9.95, is only going to pay $896. What good is $896 going to do? I mean, that's not going to cover the cost of a cremation anywhere that we know of in the United States, but it doesn't really matter because it's got a 2-year waiting period. Oh my gosh. And it won't pay out in the next 2 years if you die of any health or medical reason, which that's what 72-year-olds are most worried about, dying of health or medical issues. So yeah, just there's a lot of people who would say that, there's these companies out there that offer these low teaser rates just to attract you in, to get you to call. And then they know that the coverage is very minimal, and then they will start upselling you to get more money out of you. And we're not saying, we're not saying that about Colonial Penn, but you might want to think about that, see if that's how you believe. But regardless, we want to get $10,000. So I'm going to guess, they've got per units. It's not, you can't get 10,000 on the nose for a 72-year-old female. I'm going to guess it's like maybe 11 units, because 10 units is 89. This is a frustrating part. You got to goof around with these units. So 98.56 is 11 units, and then 12 units is going to be like 10,000. It's frustrating, isn't it? Yeah. Let's just go. There we go. That's as close as we can probably get to, I don't know. Well, let's go over. Let's see, 12 units. That way we're at least 10,000. But you get an extra $752 that you perhaps didn't want. But that's roughly $120. So let's go see if we can't get first day coverage here and save you some money. And I bet we can save you a lot of money. So $10,000, female, age 72, get quote. That'll pull up in just a moment. Again, this is roughly $10,000 for $120. And look at this, $58. So roughly $60 versus 120. So yeah, I mean, Colonial Penn is right at or close to 200% higher. And they will make you overpay on that premium every single month for the rest of your life. And they will burden you with that 2-year waiting period as well. So yeah, why wouldn't you want lower pricing? $60 a month times 12 months, that's $720 a year. Roughly, if our 72-year-old female lives to 82, we'll have overpaid right around $7,200 more on a $10,000 policy. So I hope you can see that it is genuinely to your benefit to get the lowest price on this insurance from the very first day rather than overpaying. Yikeroos. Yeah, you just need to be a smart shopper, and give us a call. We can help you be a smart shopper. Let's look at some other companies here. So again, we're roughly around $60, and you'll be able to see all these different companies. Well, like Lincoln Heritage here. So they're a fine company, I guess. I mean, but look at that pricing, $87.31. It is first day coverage, but they're $27 more a month and than the lowest price company. Now, the reason they are is they've got a plan where when you pass away, they will supposedly call 2-3 different funeral homes to like get the lowest pricing, maybe do a couple other things, but it's not a free service, right? It's more expensive. So they're charging for it. And in this case, it's like $27 more. I'm going to round that down to $25. It's easier math. That's $300 a year more. And after 10 years, you have overpaid right around $3,000, probably $3,200-ish, somewhere around there. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth paying an insurance company more than $3,000 extra, after 10 years to get on the phone and call 2 or 3 funeral homes and maybe do a couple of other things that may only take an hour or so, right? So yeah, that's $3,200 $3,200 that could have been in your pocket. And that's where we recommend you keep it. Go with a lower price insurance company. Keep that money. Spend it on yourself while you're alive. Spend that money on your family while you're alive. Have those memories. And then what we do at Funeral Funds of America is we have a free funeral and estate planning guide. And you just print that out off our website, download it and print it out. And then you fill it out. Who gets what and what goes where and what you want done after you're gone. You keep that with your insurance policy. And now when you do pass away, your family, the only thing they need to do is just follow your wishes after you're gone, and you will provide so much peace of mind for them because all they'll have to do is exactly what you said, and they will know that you were not only protecting them while you were alive, but you're also protecting them at a time when you knew it was going to be very difficult for them when you were gone, and you provided the money to take care of everything and the guidance with the funeral and estate planning guide to do everything. So what a wonderful legacy to leave behind, and they will know that they were truly loved. So go to our website. We've got a special quarter for our YouTube viewers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and you'll be able to get the best rates and the lowest pricing right there. You can also call us 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you out with this. And if you've got an existing policy and you just want us to price shop it, make sure you got the best deal, we can do that. If you want to add coverage to your current policy, we can do that. If you just need a brand new policy or have questions, we can help you out with that too. So we really do look forward to helping you get the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. We look forward to talking with you and serving you at some point in the future with this. But until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.